Hello, it's Suwan's Pay, and we are back with another video. What are we doing today?
So I came across this clip on Twitter. There's recently been some petitions out for the leader of the Cape Independence Movement to be deported out of the country. So let's just check out this clip first, and then you tell me what you think about it.
We are freeing the Western Cape from the Cape Independence Party. We want them to pack their bags and get the hell out of town. So this is my friend Julian.
How's it?
We have a petition over here to have Phil Craig deported back to where he came from. I put a petition link on my bio as well. We want to get 1 million signatures to get this guy, Phil Craig, out of South Africa. There's no space for an immigrant in our country who wants to segregate us for the second time in one lifetime. Send him back to England and he can go and free England from London. Signing this petition symbolizes a lot more than just deporting a village idiot. This symbolizes that we as citizens are sick and tired of identity politics. It also symbolizes that we all show politicians that we are in this together. In order to send that message, we have to show that we want it. We have to show that it's important to us, because otherwise nothing's going to change. If you are in the promenade, come and find us. I'm wearing this t-shirt today. And come sign our petition and come say hello. Maybe we can make a TikTokie. If you're not here, go into my bio. The link is there. And it'll take about a minute to put your voice behind this movement. We do love immigrants. We do love tourists. But we have no time for immigrants who don't know their place. We should also start a movement banning immigrants from coming here and dividing us. No place for immigrants in politics. If you want to be in politics, go to your own country. Cause your own shit over there. I'll see you soon.
So what are your thoughts?
Like I was actually thinking, like, where have they been? Like, you know, where have these people been? Like, who are visibly and who are like passionately speaking against like this Cape Independence, because they've kind of made it seem like it's the majority, you know, in Cape Town, and it's the majority of white people in Cape Town, and of which we can see it's actually not true. I was actually questioning like so much, like, this doesn't make sense. I get it, we have problems as South Africans, like he was saying, like, yo, we're sick of these identity politics, and we have a lot of that, and yes, we understand we've got issues, but that is un-South African. That movement was very un-South African.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, we have issues with each other, but defining South Africa, then I questioned any South African who was really for that movement.
For me, if you are for Cape Independence, then you don't see yourself as South African.
Absolutely.
It's just as simple as that.
Absolutely.
Because if you are patriotic to South Africa,
Absolutely.
you wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want
South
that
Africa.
segregation. And now, like, I feel like they are cheapskates as well. Sorry to say this, but they were riding off of they would have rather enjoyed riding off of that white wave as well, making it seem like white South Africans also were on the same page. So that's why it left a lot of people, and particularly black people, I'll be honest, like on some, okay, so if y'all are for this shows that you're not South African, you're not South African at heart, like, you know, like to the core, because a true South African would never choose to break up South Africa. Then it means you are truly identifying here with you
As something outside,
and something
other than South African,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's good to see some patriotic South Africans out there
Yes.
who are against any movement or any organization
Yes.
wanting to segregate
No.
basically destroy South Africa.
Yes.
And it's good that it's also like white people who are showing up.
I love that. I love it. I love it for the movement. Honestly, I love it, because if it was black people or white people who were against it, rather, which we know I'm sure there's a lot, but like who were speaking openly like this, it wouldn't have as much weight. I'll be honest, because it's like, well, maybe it's like a race thing, you know what I'm saying? But this kind of takes it away. It takes it away from the race thing. Is when it's actually a South African thing. It's like we're South Africans and we're fighting against a further division of South Africa and South Africans.
So again, he said something
That's crazy.
He said something very, very important there, that it's up to South Africans to show the politicians and the rest of the world that we are one, and we do want to be united.
Absolutely.
And we are tired of politicians and these advocacy groups and always pushing identity
taking advantage
politics.
of our weaknesses.
That's what it is, literally. It's literally taking advantage of weaknesses of like South Africans.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the most vulnerable times in our democracy.
Absolutely.
Because most South Africans are frustrated.
Yes.
People are frustrated with the government.
Absolutely.
And they're tired of it.
Yes.
And then you get these people who are taking advantage of people's frustration.
And you know what makes me
giving
mad?
them these solutions.
You know what makes me mad? In it, like in the process, I feel like we are now at a time when we're slowly moving towards this is our problem together, and people want to bring us back to us fighting each other and things like that, and like, yo, the ANC has failed all of us, and I feel like if you truly like care, like, okay, let me take it away from that, but like the ANC has failed all South Africans. It's not like, yes, we still have a lot, and it tears us apart as well to sometimes see, our families, like still being patriotic to the ANC and things like that, or situations like that, because it's like, well, we get where you're coming from with that, but like we also frustrated. The ANC has failed us. We feel like they are not good enough for us to govern us South Africans. We need something else. For it now to be made like, oh, it's our war and not your war, it's our problem and not that. I'm happy to see that that's not the case, and there are people who are actually standing up to say, because we are so consumed in these race wars and stuff, we actually don't get a chance to actually see how much we're actually on the same page. Like, we're actually on the same page.
Yeah, with a lot of things. So this thing, for me, what doesn't make sense about it is that we all have the same problems.
Yeah.
And we all want the same solution.
Absolutely.
Which is to get rid of the ANC government and vote for a government that will govern the country.
That will govern the
better.
country.
We all want the same thing.
We all want the same thing.
So why you want to segregate yourself and isolate yourself from the rest of South Africa?
That's what I wanted
when
to
South
understand.
Africa wants
we
the same
all have
thing.
a problem. Like what must happen to us, like who are in Gauteng or who are in KZN, who also have a problem with the ANC? Like, what are we all who are against ANC gonna flock to the Western Cape, or what? Are we gonna get citizenship? And that's another thing. Like, how are you gonna decide who gets to have citizenship and all of that there? Like, that's crazy. I was born in the Western Cape. For reasons similar to this, I choose not to be in the Western Cape, because it's like, for me, I don't want to lie, it's just not a nice place for a young black South African to be in, and there's still a lot of things that need changing there. But it's my home. I love it. I cannot imagine myself having to have a passport now to go see my family who's still there. Like, that's crazy. I can't imagine going through customs now in my homeland. Like, it's not like I left to another country. Now it will be considered that I've lived to another country.
It's just crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. But yeah, this video is a good representation of what it means to be a South African.
Oh, I love this.
It's a very good representation of what it means to be a South African. And South Africans should show more and more that we are one.
Absolutely.
And we do want to unite. We want to.
Yes. And we need to stand together as a force against anything or anyone who tries to divide us like that. We're already divided. We don't need further division. It's fine. We will deal with our domestic issues as time goes.
Like any family does.
Like any family does. It's okay. And it's like, yes, we've got our issues, but hey, we get really mad when people try to poke their noses into our problems.
And meddle in our business.
No, don't meddle in our problems. We will deal with it. We know why we are like that and all of that. So don't try and pretend you are doing it for our own good. That pretend like you are doing it for us. Oh, hell no. No. I don't think there's any explanation that could really explain. I don't care if you can make examples there, Brexit or what. I don't care. I really don't care. But that is definitely something that is un-South African, and we're just not gonna have it.
Yeah, and this whole movement is anti-South African, and
Yes.
those that say it's not, I don't know how you justify that, because this is about as anti-South African as it gets. The whole point of a democratic South Africa is unity.
Absolutely.
And this is the opposite of unity.
Absolutely.
So it's anti-South African.
Like.
So, yeah, we all want the same thing. You're just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very nice thing to see, and as a South African and a proud patriotic South African, we need a lot more people like this to stand up for South Africa and to want to see South Africa
it's good to
united.
See. It's good to see. It's good to see we're on the same page. It's really good to see that we're on the same page and we're fighting the same fight, yeah? So I love to see it. I wish, honestly, like I still have hope and faith in South Africa being like the best nation in the whole world, you know,
it's
because
possible.
we can. It's so
That's
possible.
It's doable.
It's so possible.
It's not a pipe dream.
Yes.
It's not like we are pulling these things out of nowhere.
No.
We get glimpses of this every now and again.
Yes.
We can be united.
We can.
Just that alone to show that there are glimpses of greatness.
And I feel like to be honest, it's things like the ANC that set us back still.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because now it's still it's further feeding the whole race thing, because now they've become a representation of the black nation, and I hate that. We're also frustrated with them. We also don't want them. It's like ANC has its own people that believe in the ANC, just like any other ideology or any other, thing. It's got its people, but it's like now they've become the face of black, or they've become, you know what I'm saying?
The face of the black South African.
Yes, of the black South African, and almost a representation of us against other races within South Africa. Oh, I hate that. It's disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah, but this year is going to be a year that's going to change all of that. So
really, I as a believer in God, I have faith that God is doing this, and God also knows that we are the best nation in the world.
So yeah, just stay tuned for the elections. There's a lot going on right now, and
absolutely,
there's a lot that's going to change this year.
Absolutely.
So don't try to run away from South Africa.
Yes.
Yet. We're still on the way to becoming one.
Absolutely.
So and join us on that.
I pray for the healing of our country, honestly. Like, we can do it. We've got fresh new minds, yo. Like, we can do this. We don't have to be products of the past anymore. And we can do the whole Rainbow Nation thing, man. Like, we can do it. Like, we can honestly do it. And that's South Africa at its best. That's South Africa at its best. So let's you know.
And you know what I like about that, what you just said? Like, we have the perfect symbol for that. The Springboks.
Exactly.
The Springboks symbolizes what South Africa can
be. Absolutely.
If we come together and we become one.
Like on the days, and leave what happens after, when people start, wearing those minds back again, or but like those days when we are coming together, with the camaraderie and the love.
Like the Springboks is like the perfect symbol for
yes.
South Africa.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Be. Multiple races and different upbringings, different lives in general, coming together for one cause, which is to represent South Africa. And when they do it, and they do it well, they become the best in the world.
Absolutely.
Springboks symbolizes perfectly what South Africa can be.
Yes.
We can become the best in the world.
Absolutely.
If you just do what the Springboks do.
I mean, and we've got so much variety in culture and things like that. Things that are there for us to enjoy about each other, and like not to divide us. Like,
it's
like,
cool.
come on. Cool. At this point, it's like, really, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, I want us. I want to, in my lifetime, I want to see us becoming the best that I know we are. Like, I know.
It's a stretch though, but can always dream.
I mean, I know we can do it. I really know we can do it.
So yeah, it's very nice to see, and I hope most South Africans get on board with what this guy is saying. They are currently there's a petition I saw on Twitter where there is a petition to try get the leader of Cape Independence deported. Phil Craig. Last I checked, as of the recording of this video, it's currently sitting on just over 13,000 signatures.
Are you serious?
So yeah, there is.
People are passionate about that.
Yeah, so there is a lot of people who are against this movement, and I think this guy as well also has his own petition up. It could be the same one, I'm not sure, but he also has his own petition, and he is looking to get 1 million signatures to get Phil Craig deported.
Damn, great.
If he gets to that goal of 1 million signatures, that would be a very big achievement, and will show. It will be a statement of intent.
Like apart from it being about Phil Craig himself, just South Africans standing up against this movement. Like,
yeah, it's a statement of intent.
It's a bigger thing for us.
That South Africans, South Africans showing,
and we will not have tolerance of this.
South Africans showing other people and the rest of the world that we will not be divided.
Absolutely.
Good to see.
Absolutely.
But you guys let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.
All right, I'm no political bulldog or whatever. But here tonight, what we've established, we all have a common problem. And the problem is the government. And there's no other way we're going to get rid of them is to vote them out. We're fighting each other. We should be fighting them. We're putting all our energy in fighting each other. What the hell? We've got this million small political parties. The ANC love it. They love it. We all vote da, 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 da. All our votes, choof, boof, in the bin. And I'm getting really excited about it. The ANC loves it. One ANC, everybody votes for them. We, traditional African, South African, die ou trek daai kant toe. Daai ou trek daai kant toe. We don't stand together. We have to get together. We have to stand together. Nelson Mandela. Have you heard that name ever since in the last 10 years? No. Because Nelson Mandela said, and he's no fan of mine, make no mistake. He said, if a government does to you what apartheid has done to you, vote them out. Let's support Mandela. Let's vote them out.